doing?
How you doing? Having a good day today?
I have been on. Oh, wow. So,
Let's go game last night.
no, I didn't get to.
Oh.
How we do?
We kicked the snot out of them.
Oh,
Good game.
so,
Just wanted to come talk to you a little bit about Rachel.
okay.
She goes by Clea, so we'll call her Clea. She's been having a lot of trouble paying attention in class, but let's just, she's a great kid. You work a lot with Clea?
I have been for the past few months, past few weeks, But, she showed improvement in some areas.
Yeah, I noticed that she does really well in English and really well in social studies, so I'm a little concerned that it might just be me that she's having trouble with. So I wanted to meet with you and discuss maybe some things we could do for her.
Well, what's the problems seem to be in your class?
She has a lot of trouble focusing. I notice that I'll look up sometimes and she's not on the same page as everybody else. She's very off in space. And that's one thing that I think is her major problem.
Okay, so she's just not focusing during your class? Is it during lectures or during classwork?
It's usually during direct instruction when I'm in front of the class and teaching to the class. That's usually when we have the most problems. She works hard when I give her work to do, but it's when I'm teaching that she has the most trouble paying attention to me.
Okay. Well, some of the other classes she has the same problem, so it's not really just you. It's just she has an IEP for ADHD, and she has problems focusing because I don't know if it's because of the disorder or if it's because of something else maybe in your classroom, like maybe some other students, maybe distracting, or maybe does she sit? Where does she sit in the classroom?
She's in the back.
She's in the back.
Got her in the back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's probably a few distractions for her since you can see everybody going on in the classroom, so she can see if somebody's not paying attention. She concentrates on that instead of you. So what I'm getting is she just don't pay attention when you're lecturing, but when she does work, she's okay.
Yes, but because she wasn't paying attention,
She don't have to work.
she doesn't know how to do the work. That's her problem.
Okay. So.
And her quizzes and tests suffer because she doesn't pay attention.
Right. So let's just try to think of some ideas. Maybe see what we can come up with to solve the problem.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Maybe we could do more group work. Like you say, she does better if we do. It's only when you're lecturing, but when work, maybe she'd work better with other groups who would know she should imitate what the other students are doing.
That's a good idea. I thought about maybe printing out the notes beforehand so that she's able to just fill those in as we go, so she doesn't have to try and focus as much on me. It kind of gives her a little leeway to doze off every now and then come back because she has them in front of her. She doesn't have to worry about writing them down, so I thought about doing that. That was another
that's a good one.
Possible solution.
Some teachers record the lessons.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
While they're teaching, they'll record themselves. They'll have the camera towards them, and they'll just record what they're teaching that day, so that the student, when they get to their home, can watch it, whatever they missed, or if they're confused on something, they can always go back and review the film or the lesson online.
I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea. We could. She's sitting in the back, but I could still try to get back there to her more often during lecture, and do numerous checks for understanding to make sure that she's on the right page. So that's something that I could do a little better, is to get back there to her more often than I do now, to try to keep her focused.
Alright. So you're just gonna do checks more often?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Maybe we could try incentives, such as like candy, if she does something good, if she gets a question right, or does go on test, or something. Or, yeah, just candy, or maybe like a bonus points or something. You
Okay.
know, give her the incentive to do.
Does she have any sugar allergies?
I don't believe so. It's not in her. Her parents didn't give me that information.
Is she allergic to peanut butter?
No, she's not.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't want to give her candy and then she dies. So that would be best.
That'd be good.
So, yeah. I thought about moving her to the front.
Okay.
Putting her up front to where it's much easier for me to get there to her and check her, and when I do see her kind of going off into her own world, I can bring her back real quick. So I thought about that.
All right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Maybe we could, she seems, when I'm in there, she plays with stuff, like pencils, or she brings a ball or something. Maybe we can remove those distractions so that she can pay attention more in your class without having stuff to distract her, even herself. So sometimes she just distracts herself. So maybe if we move those, maybe we could help her concentrate more.
okay. Okay. Well, we can't implement all these at once, so let's try and narrow it down.
How about record lessons? I mean, that one, it sounds like a good idea, but
It's a lot more work for me because I have to put them online for her every day. Not that I'm not willing to do it, but does she have internet access at home?
I'm not sure really. She comes from a bad household, so I
Okay.
don't know if they do or not.
Okay, so let's scratch that one just in case she does not.
Okay.
I think that I've pretty much taken care of all the distractions in the room from her from day one. So sometimes she'll have an object to play with, like a bouncy ball or a car. But if she does have it, I usually get rid of that pretty quickly. So
Yes.
I don't think that's really going to help much because I'm already doing that as it is, and it doesn't seem to help. So.
How about the pre-printed notes that you, that sounds like it could work for her, but I don't know. That could make her not concentrate even more because she knows that half of it's written out. Therefore, she's not going to pay attention to what she does need to fill in. Or maybe she'll just get lazy and not do.
Okay. Alright, we'll scratch that one out. The numerous, if I check her very often for understanding, I pretty much do that now. I mean, doing it more, I don't think is really going to help much. It could, but I don't think it will. So let's.
So you don't think that she would tell you the truth all the time because she's embarrassed, or?
That's true. Yeah, she's going. I don't think she would because a lot of students are oftentimes embarrassed to say that they don't understand, So sometimes she's probably just going to give me this without really understanding
Yes.
the topic. So maybe that one's out.
Okay. How about the group work? I know she works in English when they're revising paragraphs and stuff. She works in groups very well in there, but I don't know how that works in math.
Yeah, I don't think group work would work that well because she's already distracted or seems to be distracted, and if I put her around more people who are able to talk to her at once, that's probably not going to work. She's just going to give her more distractions to deal with than what she already has. So let's scratch that one. What else do you think?
How about the incentives? Incentives, they often make her want to do better. So she'll probably try harder if she has incentives.
That's true, but I'm a little hesitant on that one because if I end up giving her candy or bonus points, the rest of the class is going to expect the same. And I don't really want to do that. I mean, I will do that if it comes to it, but that's not going
You
to
could
be.
give them all bonus points.
I could do that. But in my classroom, they have to earn their darn points, so I don't want to give anything away that they haven't earned right up front.
Right. I understand. It's a good thought.
So it looks like that what we're going to try first is to move her to the front of the class.
Right over the preferential seating?
Yes.
Okay, so is that going to be like right in front of your desk, or is it going to be?
It is going to be right in front of where I teach every day. So it'll be right in front of my smart board.
Right on the board.
Yeah. So that's where she'll move, and that'll give me a lot more opportunities to make sure she's staying on task and paying attention. And then we'll see where she ends up, see how her grades improve, or if they improve in the next couple weeks. And if that doesn't work, in 2 weeks we'll try one of these other strategies that we eliminated.
Okay, so we're going to come back in the 2 weeks. We're going to test it for 2 weeks,
Yes.
and then we're going to come back and evaluate how she's improved or not.
Sounds good to me.
And if it hasn't improved, we're just going to try a different strategy.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay, well, I appreciate the time.
Yeah, no problem.
If any other problems, we'll get back together.
Okay, we will.
Thank you.
Hope you have a good day.
You too.